Ooh, I'm happy. Just got out of a meeting with RBC3 alumni, a small group of RBC3 alumni. And I just found out that we had a second critical mass in the last week here. Oh, it really solidified something to me. You know, this is brand new. Okay? This is brand new. Note taking system for networked thought, note taking tool for networked thought. Whew. Okay, this is the game plan. Keep going through the videos, keep going through the everyone's work, seeing everyone's mechanics, checking out your golf swing, your tennis backhand, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to do this and finish this out. And then during the live session, I guess we'll go over what the rest of the week looks like. I'm thinking opening it up for office hours and one-on-one coaching sessions, group coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions, and get everyone as prepared as possible by the end of next week, where everyone's already starting their personal Zettelkasten. Because that's what this is all about. It's not about doing it in a shared graph. That's just to give you an idea of what it looks like and what it feels like. The goal is to get you to hit critical mass. That's it. That's the trust in this formidable dialogue partner. And it's exciting. It's really exciting. Let's go take a look at the work. Okay, let's just double check yesterday's real quick. Again, there's no rush to do all of this either. It's not like you have to watch all of the videos all the time. I recommend it just so we can go over all of the things that may come up. But it's one of those things where it's like, hey, life is in session. Okay, so yesterday I cleared off all the greens here. Take a look. If you have a yellow, right? Or if you have a yellow or a red, just go ahead and fix what needs to be fixed by going in here. I know you can't check off the boxes. So just after you fix it, change it to a green light when you're done, and I'll get rid of the yellow or red light. And if you have any comments, just comment underneath, whatever that looks like. Let's go back to today. Oh, it feels so good. Critical mass. And so I've got a tweet, by the way, a tweet thread. So as people hit their critical mass, let me know so I can catalog that. I just want to have a running list of everyone that hits critical mass. I want to see like hundreds of this, man. This is what it's all about. Like, why? What's the point of doing all of this? What's the point of doing 6 weeks of intense writing in a group graph if you're not going to do it on your own? You have to start this Zettelkasten on your own. That's the only way this works. That's the only way it'll ever work. Okay, let's start. Patrick is saying something here. I love it. Push the envelope. So basically what Patrick is saying here is that his source, yeah, he doesn't have a literature note because there is no literature. This is basically, once you know how to do this, you know how to do it. It's simple. It's lightweight. You don't need to have a literature note. You can use your own thoughts here. He has the auto recording. He's got mentioned recordings. He's got videos that reminded of this. It's beautiful. And look at this. I mean, this is amazing. This is what makes it fun. Because this is what I'm talking about, having your Zettelkasten form fit to you, your life, and your lifestyle, your idiosyncratic personality. This is bravo, Patrick. I'm glad you pushed the envelope. This is great. I mean, I love the additional resources. but you still follow this summary, because the reason we have this summary here is because when you are traversing, you want to know what's inside of this block. You know what I mean? This is great. Let me just double check. Boom, permanent notes page. Boom, boom. This is phenomenal. Bravo. I don't know with all this text. I guess we'll leave it. I guess it doesn't matter because it's on the same level. It's on the same, it's a sibling block. So when you look for this permanent note, it's not going to show up. Should be fine. This is great. Great work. I love that you pushed the envelope too, by the way. Oh, yes. It's not even pushing the envelope. No, you understood it, you've mastered it, and now you're testing the waters of implementing it for yourself. I've succeeded. My job is done. You know? Whew, amazing. Let's take a look at this one. Melinda. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here, Melinda. I've been having trouble keeping up with what you're doing, and it's not really following anything because it doesn't have a permanent note attached. I don't know how, like, we need to jump on a call, Melinda, because this isn't working. Like, you're missing something. You're missing a lot of the fundamentals, and I'm just sort of concerned about that. Let's jump on a call next week for a coaching session. There's some fundamentals that are not being done. And we'll just leave it at that. Cool. Let's keep going. Andy Henson. Look at this competency. Perfect. Let's go and open this up. Dink. Dink. I love getting academics to cuss. I love getting really smart people to cuss. I do. It's authentic. It's so good. Andy, I mean, you already know. I love Andy because he's still doing all the work, you know? And he's like past master, you know what I mean? He gets it already. Okay, Aliska, let's take a look. X path. This is interesting. Looks like it's form-fitting. What I'm looking for, Aliska, is I'm looking for the questions, and the questions are all there. I'm looking for your thinking. And the only reason I've avoided talking about how to handle these situations is because oftentimes this just ends up becoming book report summaries. But that's not what this is. This is you thinking. And because you're cataloging your thinking, this is valuable. This is information. This is valuable for you. I hope that delineation comes through, because some people, when they do this, all it is just data, and there's none of them involved. There's no like like every word is like, hey, this is interesting. I have never thought about it this way. I always represent. It's like, this is you wrestling with the ideas. But it's like theoretical computer science research, you know? But that's your Zettelkasten. And the only thing that, like, I was looking if it was just going to be data, you know? But it's not. This is you and your thinking, and guess what? As an outsider, I can follow it. Bravo. This is phenomenal. And you're gonna find how much to capture. Because if this takes a lot of time, and I don't know if you want to. I don't know if it. I don't because I don't understand theoretical computer science. I don't know if this is one idea or if this is multiple ideas. And if let me just double check and look at your source here. Okay, you know what? This is interesting because it's literally one sentence. But what it meant to you was you abstracting out what all of that meant. The only idea that comes to my mind would be what would prevent you from the idea that's going through my mind is if you had a smaller or more focused fleeting note, and then that way you could stumble upon. I don't know how much of a chunk this is for you. Because I'm not sure if it's better doing it here, like you've done, which I think is amazing, or if it's better to crystallize. Maybe if that was actually three different notes, and you crystallize three different notes, like three different parts of that, and then you could do what you're doing now on the actual manuscript, on like another page. But I like what this is doing. But just understand, this is the only pitfall that I see. If you do this route with these very long abstraction processes. I don't know how long it took you. Let me double check. 1450, 45, 1449, 1308. 1308. 1309. 1316. 1332, that's 15 minutes. 1350, that's 45 minutes. 1401. Yeah, I mean, this is taking you an hour. A little, like hour and a half. Just understand that if it's going to take you an hour and a half to do one permanent note, it may take you longer to hit a critical mass. But again, some people hit critical mass at 45. Carol hit critical mass at 45. David, 80, 90. I was probably around 70, 80, 60, 70, 80. I think what you're doing is amazing. But it just I because maybe we can jump on a call because I need to know how much information this is. I need to know what, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what theoretical computer science is, but I know how much of a chunk is too big of a chunk. I know how much of a chunk is too little of a chunk. And I can see that it's literally one sentence, but that sentence is filled with so much information. What if it was just like one part of that? It's great. I love how you connected it to Zettelkasten. Great work. Yeah, so next week I will open up coaching sessions. I kind of want to know. I want to know the progress of that. I want to see. This is what I'm going to say. You're going to be the first one on the moon. It's brand new technology. Brand new technology. We're at the forefront of this. You're going to be the first one to the moon. Or the second one. I don't know. Someone's going to catch up. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. I'm excited. Jamie James. Let's take a look. Jamie Jones. I wish it was linked here. And then I need relevant notes. Mechanic-wise, perfect golf swing. Let me just double check. Perfect. Permanent note, daily notes page. Bravo. Do you know what I mean? I need to see, like to turn this in. Let me just go in and write this down. And then let's also do add relevant notes by cool. Just gonna do yellow light. We are on the frontier. Frontier! We're on the frontier! Let's take a look. Who is this? Ryan Müller. Shall we? Look at this, is perfect. This is so good. Ryan, I hope you're enjoying this. Oh, literature notes summary. Like, if anything, I would even recommend, like, what's more important than these abstractions is this, the summary. Perfect. Perfect. And the quote. I'm just going to add a yellow. This is just simple stuff. Again, it's just like, it's just that it's a habit, really, more than anything. No. Something? Everything else is phenomenal. Mechanics are perfect. Let's take a look. Bravo, bravo, bravo. I'll close this all real quick. Okay. That's good. Let's take a look. Raphael. Shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. Expand all. I really think you can go deeper, Raphael. It's hard to tell because I'm not sure if it's that you're 937, 942. I don't know, the times get kind of wonky. I'm reading. Maybe it's the source material is just too light. I think you know too much about this topic. That's why I'm not like really seeing depth. It doesn't matter how much text it is. It's a matter of seeing how far you're allowing your thinking to go. And I feel like you already know it. Because even look at the sentences. The sentences are already clear. Like, these could be permanent notes. These could be like declarative statements. This could be part of an article already. Instead of like breaking things down in search of things that you don't know yet. So I challenge you. I challenge you to take a look at that. Find source material that is something that you enjoy, something that you're interested in, and then let's see what happens then. Something like more at the edges of what you already know. I feel like this is like here. This is like easy for you. Mechanics are perfect. Like mechanics are perfect. Let's keep going. Lenore, shall we? Shall we dance? Darling. Okay. $7.08. $7.03. Okay. So this was 7:03, right? And this is 7:13. Okay, I get that. 7:04, 7:04. I'm looking at the timestamps. And it looks like you didn't. It looks like all you did was capture it. Let me take a look at your captured page. Thinking. I would like to know, Lenore, if you did this with. Let's take a look at this. 7:10. So it looks like, I mean, it even 5:21, right? 5:21. Okay, this was after that. This is what's very confusing because I'm looking at the timestamps and it looks like this was done first, right? This was done second, and then this was done third. No? No, 6:17. Oh, but it's 5:21. Yeah, it's May 21st. It's almost like the reason I'm saying this is because it's almost like baking a cake. You know, you can have all the recipe, you can have all the ingredients laid out on the table, but if you mix up the syntax or the step by step process, then you could add the milk instead of the eggs after you baked it and before you baked it. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you start mixing things up, because it looks like you did this first. It looks like a capture, honestly. This looks like a capture instead of a processing. And then you captured a literature note, which I'm thinking you did because that's what you think Lumen did, maybe from the book. And then you went back and just added this fleeting note summary and then went to crystallize a thought. And I'm just wondering why. If that's the case. Could be wrong. But this isn't really giving me much either, though. Again, once you figure out how to do it, right? Then you can do whatever you want. But I think it's just when you're with me, I'd like to see it as thoroughly as possible. That way you know what that feels like ritualized, like habitualized. And then I can sort of see that mechanic all the way through. Right now, it seems very, I see this going on like mixed up just by looking at the timestamps. And then I'm also looking at the permanent note, and it's good, but it's not really there. Especially with, you know what I mean? Like, you're highly intelligent. I mean, I'm just gonna do yellow and just ask, did you process fleeting notes? And the order seems out of place from the timestamps. Take a look at the video. take a look at the video for what day is today? For day, what is this, day 35? Day 35. Crazy, isn't it? Nearly there. Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going. Jean Christian. I don't know. I can't pronounce your freaking name, dude. The J is silent, I think. Let's take a look. Boink, boink, boink. Look at that. I love that. Oh, hey, start your own Zettelkasten, please. I don't want to see you adding any more notes, young Christian. I want you to just, no more notes. No more notes in the shared graph. You have to make your own notes. Make your own notes in your own Zettelkasten. Like, starting now. Critical mass. You have to hit the critical mass. It's all that matters now. All, no holds barred. All that matters is critical mass. That's all that matters. As quick as you possibly can, be as slow as possible. As quick as you can, so hurry up and slow down. Hurry up and slow down to get to critical mass. Lenore, shall we take a look? Yeah, like look, this doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I know you know this system, Lenore. I'm just wondering why. I mean, it could be that I mean, this is a very simple idea, you know? I don't mean simple idea. I mean, it's not a very dense sentence or book, really. Like, Sonke's book isn't super dense. And I feel like you already know this. That would be the only reason why some steps are getting missed. I'm going to do this one for the fleeting notes summary. And then, I mean, that's the only thing that I can come up with. But let me take a look at your timestamps here. This is 7:16, 7:18, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. What's that? Like 10 minutes. Okay. I feel like there wasn't much to mine, but I also know that, listen, you can give me one word and I can mine the hell out of it. Like, I mean, I can refine everything. I can distill, I can wring out everything, even out of one word. Fleeting note summary for sure. Yeah, I mean, it works. Like, the mechanics are there. Let me just leave you this. I mean, it could just be that it's not very dense material for you. But I'd like to see you work on one where it's super dense. Michael Ashcroft. Shall we take a look? There we go. This is what I love. Because then it's like, even if you go down this rabbit hole, Mike, it's like, boom, you know exactly where to come back to. Look, 534, 558, I don't know. Yeah, because this is the top level parent block. Because look, 6 o'clock, 558, 6 o'clock. And then you didn't even have to go to this because you already knew it. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Like, on your own graph, Mike. No more shared graph Zettels. Okay? No more shared graph Zettels. Your own graph. I think you already have your own graph. Yeah, just do your own graph. You don't need to do it anymore. There's nothing here. There's nothing here for you. Dr. K! Dr. K! Come on! Hello! I love it so far. Come on. Come on. Question it. Yes. You are. Dr. K. You know that's me. Come on. And you don't even have to go this deep. You already know the mechanics. You know what would be interesting? This is still out of Sonke's book. Pick a book that you really want to do. Pick a book that you really are interested in. And then see how the fleeting notes come alive. And see how much of that need to find the next book diminishes, like dissolves, because you're in a book that you really enjoy and it's really stretching your cognitive limits. And then you have a simple lightweight structure to put all your thoughts in that never go away. Like, you already know the mechanics. You already know how to do all this. I mean, look at this. I see you. Andre, shall we take a look? This is great. Look at this. This comes from talking to myself while doing housework. Oh. Is it specific enough though? I mean, it's yours. It's your Zettelkasten. What are you gonna do? This right here is why it's good to have evidence. Do you see what I'm saying, Andre? Andre Daus? Is that if you had evidence, then you could buttress your thinking with an author that you can point back to. But it's not just the author that you're hiding behind anymore, right? It's because you're doing all this work, and so you have this information, but now you're saying, hey, author, come here. I've got this information. Let me take some of your information. Let's put our information together. And so now you've got support for your ideas. When it's just your thoughts, it's harder to trust in it. Because what is a permanent note? A permanent note is a crystallization of what? Not just your thoughts, but what the author is saying. So it's like two people coming together. This is good though. Permanent notes, boom. I think it could have fit somewhere else though. Is this on a top level parent block? Let me take a look. Maybe that doesn't have anything with thinking. Uncertainty, writing, choice, opportunity, Zettelkasten, stillness, empowerment, simplicity. Yeah, maybe it does belong there. Yeah, we didn't have anything that was dealing with like mental thinking. Maybe writing. It could have fit under writing, but it's fine. It's a green light. Mechanically, everything's there. And you know, I hope you watch the video so you can see what I'm saying here, though. Nikki, let's take a look. Okay, Nikki. This is just the only reason I point this stuff out is because this is sort of like little Rome things, right? Oh, over here too. Um, uh, let's do check the nested relationships for the ones I marked. When you change the parent child sibling relationship, it changes what things mean. And so, Nikki, if you watch this back, so basically what happened is this right here is your source material, but you notice that it's on the same block as your reference notes tag. So if you ever search for this reference note tag, it's not going to show up because it's a different branch. It's not directdirectly connected up, if that makes sense. This has to be indented in underneath this block so it can collapse and expand. It's just, I'm letting you know. Like the same thing with here too. You see this right here? You see how it's on this same block? That has a different relationship. I don't even like the word siblings anymore. I like cousins because cousins don't have a direct relationship. Well, let's just call it siblings for now. Siblings, they each sibling has a different parent relationship, and so these are siblings instead of children, like down. And what you want is the children down. If that makes sense. Because this is a different relationship if this block was indented over one. I'm just going to... If you indent that over one, then it changes... It's the proper relationship. Just take a look. And the best way to do that is if you just open and collapse it. If it open collapses and all that's left is the literature note, fleeting note, or if it's just the summary that's left, you know that you did the nesting structure right. And the reason that this doesn't work is that it's not going to show up in your relevant notes. It's going to show up weird. It's going to be off. It's not going to be this way. It's going to be off. It'll be like jagged. Because it's a different relationship. Now, this is a child of this permanent note uncertainty. Some water. I need to take a look at your source. The work is all there, for sure. What's going through my mind is my concern is that this is a lot of work to do all this work abstracting out the fleeting notes. 314, 318, 336, 405. You know what I mean? That's a lot of work. And this is probably the first level. Or you came back, I'm not sure. But 405 to 309, that's an hour. And I'm just not sure how much patience you have to spend an hour every time you want to make a new permanent note, knowing that it's going to take you 40, 60, 80 hours of this much concentration before you really see that return on investment. It's not a race. I'm just letting you know that may be that is an obstacle. But if you're okay with that, I love this. None of this is going to go to waste. When you stumble upon this note after you hit critical mass, you're going to be like, holy cow, I did so much work. And say, because you go into depth so much, all you need to do is search for something like John 10:10. If you search for that and you find this permanent note, then you already have all your work, and you don't even have to like link reference. I don't link reference anything. Or say what's your permanent note? Say you write, you know what I mean, self-doubt. And you search self-doubt in here. Boom. Calling out someone, it's right there. But that'll have all your information there. So maybe the experience of doing this is okay. I'm just saying, just understand that if this is a lot of time and it's gonna be a while before you feel that sense of, yes, I'm really seeing this like affect my life. I mean, you will, but let me say that again. The critical mass, that's really what it is. And yeah, because honestly, I mean, you had it like probably 10 minutes in, you know? The mechanics are perfect. I mean, okay, well, some of the nesting stuff, but that's fine. That's easy. I think once you take a look at this, you'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. Let's just make sure that I can collapse it. If I can collapse it, then I know that they're on the same that they're children blocks underneath the main block, right? If I collapse permanent nodes, okay, that's all children. If I collapse, you know what I mean? It's simple to understand. Come on, Nikki, you got this. The mechanics are done. Simple. We want to get to a critical mass. Min! Take a look. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. You know what this means to you. Missing a summary. Min! Come on, Min! It's just when you stumble upon this later, you have to have that thumbnail. It's the only way. Because if you don't have that thumbnail, not only does it add that extra level of thinking, it just helps when you're looking through these notes. Like, I'm not, like, if you want to, like, I'm thinking like 100 notes ahead, And if you're 100 notes ahead, the worst thing you want is to go, why don't I have a fleeting note summary there? So I have to mention it. It's not showing up. What's going on? And let's take a look. Okay, it's not showing up anywhere. Maybe it's on your personal graph and you brought it over? I don't know. Let's go to community, maybe? Let's take a look. It's showing up here. But this is just the daily notes page. Why is it not showing up in the permanent notes page? Let's do this. Neither of these are showing up on the permanent notes page, Min. So I'm a little concerned that something happened here that's not right. I don't see the index. Did you drag this over from your own graph? Not sure. And it's missing a fleeting note summary. One more. I'm gonna do Red because it's not showing up. It's not in the graph. I need it in the graph. Let's take a look, Min. Oh, see, look at this. This is perfect. Let me just double check your permanent nodes. Yeah, why isn't this not showing up in the graph, though? Because when people traverse, they need to know where this permanent note is in the Zettelkasten. If it's not in the Zettelkasten, then it's going to cause dissonance. Take a look at that, Min. What is this? Justin, let's take a look. Okay. Look at that. Boom. Easy. Perfect. Justin, you need to start your own graph, or you need to start your own Zettelkasten. Like, this is it's beautiful fleeting node abstractions into a literature node abstraction. Completely delineated phases. These are all I statements, what resonated with you. This is taking that information and then explaining what the author is saying in your own words. There's no I statements, it's you statements. Bravo. Okay. I would say if you haven't added your own permanent notes yet, get to it. Time is now. Just double check. Yeah, no one yet. Get to it, because now is the time to do it while you have me around, you know, and you have your community around. It's just jump in the water, make it happen, and figure out how to do it in your own Zettelkasten. You know, if you have a red light, if you have a yellow light, take a look at that. The ones that are simple mistakes, just check it off. And the ones that have red lights, take a look. Understand why it's not right. I want more critical masses. Okay? I want more critical masses. RBC3 was what? Now we're 6 weeks in, 5 weeks in, right? A month after that, 10 weeks. 10 weeks, critical mass. 10 weeks. It's only 10 weeks of your life, okay? It's not that long. You have your whole life to live. It's just 10 weeks. 52 weeks in a year. How many is that, you know what I mean? How many years have we wasted Netflixing and chilling? You have an opportunity right now. And a community that you've fostered from your mutual vulnerability. Simple lightweight structure. Simple note-taking system for network thought. Simple note-taking tool for network thought. You put those together. We're at the frontier of something huge. Let's go. You got this. I believe in you. I'll see you in the live session, okay? Bye.